but we certainly agree. They, without commenting on any specific individuals, but obviously, if we start out with $48,000 per capita GDP, and we do increase by 20% or so each generation, you would certainly hope that that would not keep bubbling to the people at the top as it has during the past generation. I mean, in the past 20 years, we have not seen the progress that the country overall has made distributed in any kind of way except very, very much at the top. And the tax code has encouraged that. The tax code is, the tax code which was taking those people making the $45 million incomes in 1992 was taking 27 or 28% from them. When they got up to 270 million now is taking a figure that's more like 18%. So we've got a tax code that has become more and more pro the ultra rich, and coupled with what you've seen in compensation and what the CEO makes in relation to the average worker and all that, we've gone a long way in making sure that what we were promised in the way of trickle-down benefits has not been achieved. Now,
it's also true that most of the great mutual insurance companies, and there are a lot of them in the United States, do not have that kind of compensation abuse in them.
That's true, for example.
That's quite
State
rare.
Farm or something like that does not have that.
No, most of them don't. And that's a very egregious example. But Boston has always led in egregious examples.
No, it's the corporate
It
world.
got there early, and it mastered the art.
The corporate world there's been a lot more egregious behavior in the corporate world than the mutual world.
Well, that's why it's so anomalous, really.
Yeah.
No wonder it's drawing some attention.
The rich like it that way. You have to understand that. And but the tax code is basically, that is an important place where people decide, who actually bears the cost of this government. And we have moved away from the rich on that as they have gotten further and further away from the middle class in terms of earnings. And there may be a natural tendency in a democracy to work toward a plutocracy. If you think about the effect of money in politics, if you think of the nature of how market systems work, there may be some underlying trends that push a democracy toward plutocracy, and you need countervailing factors to prevent it.
I don't think he ought to be too discouraged about Boston either, because when I first went to Boston, the mayor was running the city from the federal penitentiary.
Yeah. Was that Curley?
Yes, Mayor Curley.
Yeah.
And nobody in Boston saw anything peculiar about it.
Yeah. If you live long enough, you see everything.
Yeah, right.